know what the fuck it is. Paving shit.
Yeah.
It's my world.
Yeah.
T-Time.
I was born with the hustle, work like a slave, create like a guy, yeah. How you rapping all this money, you ain't paying your engineer, kinda odd, yeah. Niggas thirsting for attention, creating false image, kinda like Mirage, yeah. I call it fraud, yeah. I see right through they facade, yeah. Plot, scheme, sling, chasing after bling, bling, I was in Atlanta running off on the plug before you knew it's a thing, You want a problem, now you found one. If it's looking smoky, it's going down, son. Put the gun down, Craig, I'm trying to see is you a man without one. Gotta connect for the work. I ain't scared to put in work. But my hands too clean to get them dirty. A coke put them on a shirt. Y'all just do it for the clout. I see what y'all about. Yeah, your soul got a price and I start to notice likes the amount. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Yeah. Us against them and that's never fair. Come get your bitch cause she everywhere. Niggas is hating, I never care. Yeah. They say they never see me anywhere. Cause they in the feeling I'm never there. Cause I'm at the bank and they never there. Yeah. Us against them and that's never fair. Come get your bitch cause she everywhere. Niggas is hating, I never care. Yeah. They say they never see me anywhere. Cause they in the feeling I'm never there. Cause I'm at the bank and they never there. Don't hit my line if it ain't about the bag. I ain't got time to hang with you niggas. I'm focused on chasing and getting his cash. My goal is way beyond they figures. Shorty tryna lock me down with pussy like she don't know that shit is everywhere. But she lucky I got spare time, so I'm gon' beat the pussy like a snare. I'm rapping for the sport. Y'all begging for support. My team been ballin' for the longest, ain't even touch a court. They so uncomfortable in these skins. I feelin' like Brady if it comes to wins. If she got water, I'm gon' dive in. But I'm so wavy, she gon' need a fin. Burning money, what I'm used to. Torch a rack like Miss Luger. They grew off my shit manure. They grew off my shit way. They not us, so they hate. I thank the Lord, it be great. I'm manifesting on the wake. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave.
Oh, what's good? My fault. The mic was muted. Share it up if you in the building. Know what I mean? Silas was good. I see you want to check in. You feel me? Share it up if you in the building. You know, we are 31 minutes post trade deadline. And the Knicks didn't trade anybody. I meant to. I thought I took this off the screen. My bad. I'm still learning how to work this new setup. Yeah, and the Knicks ain't trade nobody, and I'm okay with that. You know, there's a lot of Knicks fans that's not okay that we didn't move anybody or we didn't or didn't make a trade. I'm okay with us not making a trade, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'd rather us, you know, not trade anyone than make a stupid trade just for the sake of making a trade, right? And then I also want to say that a lot of people don't understand that, you know, a lot of the people that we want to trade, we want to trade them because they're playing bad. You think other teams don't realize that these guys are playing bad? You can't make people take bad people who are playing bad. You feel me? And if you look at what was given up for some of the players that we were coveting and some of the players who got traded, we didn't have nothing to amount to that. You feel me? Like, we didn't have nothing to amount to that. Who's the players that we were trying to get rid of? Alec Burke, Evan, and Kemba. Their trade value was shot. Like, the front office hands was kind of tied because their hands, their trade value for the people we were looking to get rid of is kind of shot. Alec Burke, he hasn't really been playing well. It was going to be difficult to move him. Uh, as you know, Kemba's been playing god awful, looking like a shadow of himself. So his trade value was in the toilet. Evans' trade value ain't really high. I knew for a fact that we wasn't going to trade Julius Randle. Uh, I don't even know why the Knicks fans were even entertaining that nonsense. I knew we weren't trading Julius Randle. So when you look at those things, of course we're going to stay put. You feel me? Of course we're going to stay put. And again, you cannot force teams to take what you don't want. You feel me? You just get just because that what confuses me about a lot of Knicks fans, right? They act like just because we don't want them and we're trying to get rid of them, other teams need to take these players. They act like, oh, we don't want them. Take them. Oh, we want what's the kid name from um the Mavericks? We want Jalen Brunson. Take Kemba Walker, Alec Burke and Evan Fournier. We can't make people take what we don't want. We don't want these guys because they're playing bad. Other teams see that these guys are playing bad. Don't necessarily translate to good trade value. And you know, I think we needed a point guard. We could have traded. If we was going to trade, I think we should have traded for a point guard. Wasn't too much of that available uh except for maybe Spencer Dinwiddie that was on the move, but they got Kristaps Porzingis in that trade. Dwayne was good. Michael, I see you, Brody. Yeah. But then they got Dinwiddie for Kristaps. So again. There wasn't it wasn't too much that the Knicks could do. I don't understand what the Knicks faithful was expecting. Knicks Twitter is actually having a meltdown right now. Dwayne, we could have, but what's the Mavericks owner name? I'm drawing a blank. I'm horrible with names, guys. Mark Cuban said that they were not interested in trading Jalen for Brunson. They wasn't trading Brunson. He said that they liked him. They was gonna keep him. They wanted to start building around him with him and Luka, and they weren't interested in trading him. So even if we wanted him, we couldn't get him. And again, what were we giving up to get him? And that's always the story of a trade. The Knicks front office, since they've been here, the Knicks, and I heard they're gonna I heard they're waiving Dragic, Dwayne. I heard Dragic is getting waived. No, bought out. I heard he's getting bought out. So he's about to be a free agent again. And they got Spencer, yeah. But like my man Curtis said in our group text, that Jalen is better than Spencer. You feel me? And with way more upside. So it would be kind of stupid of the Dallas Mavericks to get rid of him. But like I said, man, there's only so much that the Knicks could do in this trade deadline. And what I was saying before I started going on this other tangent about Jalen Brunson. But it always is what you're going to end up giving up. And what we've seen from this front office since this new regime has started, they've been very frugal, whether it be in the trading aspect of the game or the contract signing aspect of the game. They've been very frugal. So that's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting them to jump out the window to make some trade happen or just to make a trade happen. The trade deadline is important, but Frash, I didn't see you in the building. Fraz, I see you, Brody. You know the vibery. So yeah, I knew they wasn't going to make a trade just to make a trade happen. What I like to have seen them make a trade to free up some space for some of the young guys, absolutely all day in America. But it didn't happen. I'm super happy that the trade deadline's over because some of the Knicks fans was kind of driving me crazy. They were literally driving me crazy. I couldn't take it anymore. I really couldn't take it no more because they were some of the things that were being said, some of the people that they wanted to trade and people they wanted the Knicks to try to receive. I'm like, bro, I don't know if you know that, other GMs watch basketball. I don't know if you know other GMs watch basketball, bro. Like, I knew getting rid of Kemba was going to be a tall feat. We weren't able to do it. Same as Alec Burke. I knew and Noel as well. Like, I wanted Noel to get traded, but when you look at it, when it's down to brass tacks, who wants to trade for that guy? He could barely stay on the court. Like every other game this season, he's been out. So like, why would any team want to trade for him or give up anything of value for him? You feel me? Like that's the point. Like when we trading these players, we are looking for something of value back. Like, why would you? Exactly, Salas. Who wants those guys, bro? They haven't been playing well. Like we throwing a names like a Brunson from the Mavericks. Like why would anybody, like, why would they? Who in their right mind would take Kemba Walker alongside either Alec Burke or Evan Fournier and maybe Noel or whatever combination of the four of them for a young talent like that? It just doesn't make sense. I don't see it happening. And I've been watching Twitter today, and the Knicks faithful has been going crazy. Why the Knicks ain't doing this? Why the Knicks ain't moving? Bro, you literally can't force anybody to take what you don't want. We don't want them for a reason. Y'all want these guys traded because why? They're not playing well. And other teams see that as well. You can't force these guys to take these people. You feel me? Yeah, so I just came to say that I'm happy that, I won't say happy. I'm not upset that we didn't trade anybody. What I am going to be upset about is if Coach Tommy T continue to have the same exact rotations. I agree with what Evan Fournier said. We do have the talent on the team. I feel like we have the talent on the team to turn some of those losses into win coming into the second half. Well, we've been past the second half of the season pretty much, but down the stretch of the season, I feel like we have the talent to do it. I feel like we need to play the young guys a little bit more. I don't want to see Kemba Walker starting another NBA game for us, but he's going to start tonight. I think that needs to end. It's absolutely pointless at this point. Like Kemba is starting tonight, bro. We weren't able to trade him, so all the theories that he might have been playing just to show people that he's still alive and able to walk, they'll go out the window because he's starting tonight. Could we start Deuce? Absolutely. Could we start quickly? Absolutely. But we're not. And it's kind of maddening, right? It's kind of maddening. And that's the part that's going to bother me. Not the part that we didn't make a trade. The part that the coach is still going to use guys who are ineffective. This is what I'm saying, Silas. This is what I'm saying. I'm on the fire Tibbs train now too. So you're right. You feel me? I'm on the fire because RJ Barrett, they saying that he's walking and limping around in a boot at the practice, in a walking boot at the practice in the Bay Area. They're saying that he's in San Fran walking around in a soft boot, in a walking boot. He limping around in a walking boot, and that infuriates me because that means we're going to miss RJ Barrett for a little bit of time. I'll say at least 2 weeks with a sprain because coach put him in a game that we clearly were going to lose just to see if we could make another run, and we're down, 16 with a minute and a half to go. What run are you expecting us to make, bro? Yeah, but anyway, you right about once upon a time the Knicks would have made some outlandish trade. They would have traded all the youth, gave away all the draft picks to bring a quote unquote star to the team. And I'm happy we didn't see that because it hasn't worked for us ever. It hasn't worked for us ever. So I'm happy we didn't see the Knicks try to jump out the window to garnish uh, a quote unquote superstar. And I'm just happy that the trade deadline's over. Happy, happy, joy, joy. That is over. Now we can move forward and worry about trying to win games. Worry about Coach Tommy T switching up his rotation. Worry about us getting some of these young guys some PT. Worry about Coach Tommy T freeing Cam Reddish. Those are things that we could worry about now instead of worrying about who's going to get traded. And for all the Knicks fans who wanted Julius Randle to get traded and thought he was going to get traded, the joke's on you. I knew he wasn't getting traded. I knew Julius Randle was going to get traded. You should have knew that from the Mark Berman interview that Julius Randle wasn't getting traded. Jamel, that's absolutely wrong. I mean, past regimes, I would say we couldn't draft right, but I think the last 2 years we did really well. I like Obi, I like Quick, I like McBride, I like Grimes, and Jericho Sims. I think the last 2 years under the new regime, we drafted exceptionally. I mean, really well, especially for the spots that we were in. I think Obi has a lot of I think Obi has a lot of upside. Like, to say that we can't even draft right doesn't even make sense to me. I think we did really well in the draft. It's just up to the coach to play these players. You know, it's up to the coach to play, because I think Grimes is an absolute stud. I think he in years to come he's going to be really, really, really good. Jamel, we do have Obi, but we have a power forward, but there's no reason for Julius Randle to be playing 37 minutes a night. There's no reason. I think you could give Obi a consistent 15 to 20 minutes a game. I think that is absolutely possible. I think that's absolutely possible. But coach refuses. He rather play Julius Randle 37 minutes a game. Like, do you realize in the last 3 games, in the overtime game, I think Julius Randle played 50 minutes or something like that. The game after that, he played 40 something. And then on a back-to-back, he played like another 38 minutes. Like, and Obi gets 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Like, it doesn't make sense. You feel me? It doesn't make sense. Obi could absolutely be a force coming off the bench for us if Coach Tommy T decided to give him the minutes. Coach Tommy T is not deciding to give him the minutes. You know? But yeah, to say that we can't even draft right, that doesn't make sense. Like I was saying about Quentin Grimes, he's a freaking absolute stud. I think he's going to if his work ethic is what they say it is, we might be looking at a Paul Means, Klay Thompson type player. The fact that he could shoot and defend is really good. He defends at a high level. Like that was a really good draft pick, man. I think Deuce McBride is a really good draft pick. He's just not getting the PT. There's an argument for that. But I also want to say we don't really know what Obi could do yet because he doesn't get the PT. Halliburton was getting major PT. We got to watch his game develop on the court. He was getting major PT, so he has that advantage. We don't even really know what Obi's capable of yet. We're getting consistent minutes, you know. But yo, I got bust moves. Like, I didn't even put on a good fit for the show. Like, I just threw on the hat because I just came from outside. I just wanted to talk about the fact that, you know, I'm not mad that the Knicks didn't make any moves. I hope Coach Tommy T play the kids, or because I'm on the fire Coach Tommy T trade after what happened to RJ Barrett. That just doesn't make sense. Got to play the young players, man. That's a fact, Matt. Got to play the young players. Got to play the young players. That's a fact. Because the playing time is super inconsistent except for several people. Evan gets his burn. Alec Burke gets his burn. RJ gets his burn. Julius gets his burn. Mitch gets his burn. And Mitch is on a minute restriction. Rich is on a minute restriction. If he wasn't, he would getting crazy burned too. You feel me? But everybody else, super inconsistent minutes, and it's hard to build confidence and momentum if you never on a court for a consistent amount of time. And yeah, I'm on the fire Coach Tommy T trade, but I'm not mad that we didn't make a trade. Knicks fans, y'all need to take a deep breath and chill because I don't know what y'all was expecting. I don't know what y'all was expecting. Y'all can't like well, who in their right mind would give anything of value for Kemba Walker and Alec Burke and Evan Fournier with the way they played this season? It just didn't make sense. Or Noel, a guy who can't stay on the court for more than 2 games in a row. Like who would trade for that? Who would trade for that? Absolutely nobody. That's who. Nobody. And we saw that today. Nobody will actually trade for that. You can offer it, but you can't make them take it. And that's my point. Everybody is looking at the Knicks front office sideways. I don't think you should. I think they did a great job by not, trying to overcompensate with too many draft picks and things of that nature and young players try to get rid of some old veterans for the sake of cap space and freeing up space. But yeah, yo, I will be back tonight after the game, even though it's a late game. I hate late games. 10 o'clock, that's kind of rough. But I will be back tonight with the post game after the Golden State game. It's going to be a rough one. But let's go Knicks. You feel me? Let's go Knicks. We all still Knicks fans. You feel me? Let's go Knicks. And that's my point, Matt. But I'll see y'all later, man. I'll holla.